Welcome to Oh Brother, the podcast where we try to figure it all out with your hosts, Brandon and Collin. On this week's show, watering is required. Ahoy!
Ahoy!
What's going on?
Oh, not a lot, really.
Oh,
Trying to deal with this weather. Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it hot? No one knows. It's a complete mystery.
the answer is
Right?
yes. Just
Was
remember,
it
the answer
80
is
degrees
yes.
yesterday? Yeah. Is there a freeze warning tonight? Yeah.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah. I don't know any. I don't know anymore either. I'm just here along for the ride.
It's very mysterious.
Yeah, we we overwintered our ferns. Stop me if I've told this story. We overwintered our ferns in our basement. Did
Okay.
did I
Okay,
t-
Mimi. That's good. Nice.
Yeah, I know. Channeled our inner grandma. But it wasn't. I don't know what kind of ferns we have, but it wasn't the fuzzy ferns that she had. Our ferns were the ones you find like in a gully or whatever. They look just like a fern.
Oh, perhaps. Yes. Perhaps in a gully.
Yes. As one is wont to find
Yes.
ferns in.
Indeed.
And we were like, oh, we can overwinter these, mostly because I was like, well, Dad puts his in his basement, so
Yeah, and
surely,
they all totally don't look completely dead.
exactly, surely this will be
Completely.
totally fine. And I put ours in our basement, and then promptly forgot that they were there.
Yes. I'm pretty sure you still have to like water them at some point.
Yeah,
I
see,
feel like
this
that's
is the
probably-
thing, is that watering is still required.
Yeah.
Now they do
Funny
go.
thing about plants.
They do go dormant. It is known, and so the one difference between Dad's basement and my basement is he goes into his basement a lot.
That is a crucial difference.
I never go into my basement, and so
I don't know. I feel like we've talked about your basement an awful lot on this show, Colin. And
Well-
I feel like that's a weird thing to say for someone who, quote, never goes into the basement.
well, when I say,
I don't-
I mean, items are stored there, but generally I only go into the basement whenever I need to pull something out of deep storage, which
That's fair.
isn't very
That's fair.
often.
or
And you
to
know what?
mess
It
with
is.
your internet thing. Like,
Yeah, it is.
which is more often.
more often. It is not often enough though to have ferns, and so we had them sitting in there, and I like literally, I think it was like over 2 months, and then I went into the basement, and I was like, oh yeah, there's those ferns that are now like very dead, and of course they had shed all their little leaves.
Oh, yeah,
their
of course.
leaflets
Just like, bleh.
Just-
like,
all over. Everything was brown and crispy, and I was like,
Yeah.
oops. Well, and of course that was like a month and a half ago when I rediscovered the ferns in my basement, and so I went, well, I can't take them out now because it's still winter and it's cold, and I don't know what to do with these, so I'm just going to wait till the weather gets better. They're not hurting anybody here in the basement, so I'll just get back to those. And this week, I did remove them and took them outside. And while they were sitting on my back deck, I looked, and behold, and fern fiddle was coming up out of the chaos, was growing. Yonder fern had
There you go.
survived. And then that's whenever I read about how you're actually supposed to overwinter ferns. And
well, it's good that you read that after the winter's
after.
over. Good job.
It turns out with these kind of ferns, you're supposed to like shave them all the way down, to like cut them down,
Okay.
and then put them in a deep dark place and like water them one time
Okay.
and then never touch them.
Okay.
So I had done unintentionally all but one of those steps.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now the ferns are on our back deck, ferning, only now for the freeze warnings to be coming out and me hurriedly remembering to bring them back inside.
Sure, yeah. Bring them inside tonight. And you come back out later. But
Oh my goodness. So yeah, our ferns are well. If I sound a bit more electrified, I am currently being shocked quite a bit right now.
Did you
Um,
not ground the microphone?
no, this is intentionally. I it turns out may have at some point pinched an nerve or messed up something in my shoulder and neck, and so part of this is I had a wonderful massage, saw a chiropractor, and now I'm having a TENS unit.
Oh my gosh, I can't stand those things.
Shock,
So wild.
shock the dickens out of my shoulder.
Okay, Dad. Like how you're embodying everyone in our entire family in one conversation. This is mildly terrifying. Like,
So I'm really feeling the burn right now.
it's really, yeah. There you go. At least he'll be proud of you. When he tried to put that stupid thing on me at Christmas, I was like, either I don't feel literally anything, or my arm is like convulsing. Please get this away from me. And like, he was offended by that. I was like, no, I don't want electroshock therapy right now. Please don't.
Yes. Well, normally I wouldn't. However, I did consult with physicians and doctors, and they're like, "Look, the best thing you can do now is like ice." However, because there is some muscle-ish stuff involved with however I slept, because let's be real, that's exactly what happened. I wasn't running from a bear.
You're lifting a car off of a kitten, right?
Exactly,
Obviously.
is what
That's
I did.
Yes.
No, I think I just rolled over aggressively in my sleep, too swiftly.
Golly.
I did a swift
Yeah.
rollover and threw my neck and shoulder out. And so they're like, yeah, this won't hurt. Go ahead and do this. It'll help you do that because some of the muscles are like real tight and whatever in there.
Mhm.
And I can't I can't feel the left side of my thumb. So that's like, like
Oh,
not
that's problematic.
not good. It's a bit
No.
problematic.
Yeah, that's not great.
No, not great. So I said, you know what? Sure, I'll try shocking my arm. That sounds like what I need to be doing every evening.
You know, it's fine. It's fine.
Yes, but I just thought I'd let you know in case I sounded a bit more electrified.
In case you all of a sudden be like, ah, like, well, no.
Ow! Ah! No, this
short
little
circuited.
this little unit, it has intensity settings from 0 to 15, and I will tell you.
Oh wow! Take that, Spinal Tap. What's up?
I know, right?
11 who? Don't
basically,
know it.
basically, intensities 0 through 8 are the exact same.
Oh yeah.
Then, and I'm not going to, this isn't an official product review, but from 9 to 12, you get, you really feel it. And then at 13 to 15, again, they feel the exact same, but it is a logistical growth in intensity once you go from 12 to 13. It is, I don't know.
So you need a logarithmic escalation. It's not really what I had.
No,
Like,
no, it is log. Yeah, it's like again, like it's this long tail of like nothing. Okay, you get a little bump, but the 12 to 13, like,
bam.
yeah, and I, because I was like,
the exponential growth function of the tens unit. That's
yeah,
how.
yes. I don't know what algorithm they're using to to work through that curve, but it needs a bit of fine tuning.
It
folks.
may not be the right one.
It might. I think it might be wrong. I think you were looking at the acceleration curve for an F1 car.
Oh, okay, yeah, they go.
It's like,
The braking parameters at Monaco, right? Like,
yeah, I think that's what they were more modeling here instead of dosing of electricity. So
got their data swapped, right?
yes, they went.
Oh,
Oops.
maybe they looked at the electric recovery chart from the braking, right?
Oh,
And they did that.
mhm.
The
Yeah,
boost to the
that's
brake
what we
boost.
need, but in reverse.
Yeah.
What if we did that?
Nice.
I
There
think
you go.
that would be good. So anyway, so we'll see. I've got that on and running. It only allows you to run it 15 minutes at a time before you have to take a break. And so
That's good, probably.
I'm currently I have 6 minutes remaining. So we'll see. What
Okay,
happens.
there you go.
Anyway, what's other than the weather? Anything new?
Well, actually, this is a conversation tangential to the weather, but I was talking with my mother-in-law currently is like having a fit,
Oh
right?
no,
So not just because of her husband, right? Although let's say it's number one, right? But
of course.
like, I don't know if you know about this, but like currently, like Dish Network and NBC are in contract limbo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that means that she cannot watch the news that she wants to watch.
Oh
Right?
no.
There is no KY3 for her currently. And of course, this is the end of the entire world. Right?
Well,
The
yeah.
woman has 200 channels, but because she can't get the KY3 news, she is like exploring every avenue humanly possible to try to get this into her life, right? And it is hilarious, but to hear her talk about, like we just had dinner with her a little while ago, right? To hear her talk about the inferiority that is happening on CBS, like I can't imagine.
Oh.
And again,
Oh.
this is local news channels, all right, not
Yeah.
like this is like the which it's she's just like, well, the weather's just not the same, like they're getting the exact same weather from the National Weather Service. Like I don't really know like what you're talking about. And she's like, well, their news stories are weird. I was like, I don't know how to explain to a woman who is almost 90 years old that there are like 3 media outlets. Like every single news organization in the entire United States is owned by like 3 people. So
Uh-huh.
like
Uh-huh.
it's all the same. It doesn't matter, which is why your local news has a bunch of like weird stories about like Philadelphia, a place where you don't live.
Well,
Like
and how they all have like the same language around certain things
yeah,
too, right?
yeah. If you were to watch them at the same time, they would be like the same. They would read the same teleprompter, right? Like it's just the same. So like I can't explain to her that all news is actually just propaganda. Surprise! I don't know why you were surprised by this, but it is, and that it's like it's owned by the same like 3 people, and she will not have it. She is just in an absolute fit that the NBC local news, the KY3 news team is not on her television, and she is like freaking out.
How
Like,
hey how is she taking the news of Ron Hurst?
oh, not great, right? Number one, she had to hear that secondhand because she couldn't see it live at
Oh,
half day. Right?
oh,
This is a woman that watches the news at 5, 6, 8, 9. Right? Like this is like
oh
the
my
thing.
goodness.
So like, yes, the fact that Ronald Hurst is going off the air, is retiring from weather forecasting on the KY3 news is not sitting well with her.
After
Right.
40 years.
We don't need to talk about that, okay? Because I remember Tom die, and I'm not happy about this. Like
I know.
I know they were on simultaneously for a while, right? I know that happened, but like
Yeah.
that is a thing. But she is more concerned. She was like the most concerned about Brandon Beck, right? She's like, what about Brandon? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's okay. So at least there's like, so she kind of freaked out a little bit. She's like, they're not all going out. Like,
Ah.
yeah, it was very earned. You don't know.
Huh.
I so yeah, it's rough. It's a rough time over there, and so she's just she's just having a big fit about this whole situation,
Yeah.
and it is absolutely hilarious to me because every time she asks me questions about this, and I just look at her and go, I don't watch the news. She is so appalled by that statement.
Yeah. How
that,
could you? What do you mean?
yeah, she's like so shocked, right? It's like, and we've had this conversation multiple times, right? But she's just always like, but why? Like, because it's awful. I don't know why. What do you mean why? Like,
Yeah. It's not.
so that
Yeah, I it's so hard. I first plugged in and much stuff that I follow online anymore. Like I have had to just pull back on a lot of things because it's just not worth following. Most of the time, anything
No,
anymore.
because like you need to know like what's happening, but like that's kind of it. I don't need you to tell me some things. Like I just don't want them explained to me in a newsy way because number one, it is just propagandized, just like to oblivion,
Sure.
right? Or they're not telling you like all the important parts that you need to know, right? They're just telling you the like.
What?
I
Surely they wouldn't
know
leave out.
what
No.
I know. I know. Imagine crazy,
I'm shocked by
but
this. The gambling,
yeah,
you say?
yeah, right. Then you get a gambling ad in there, right? And then Ted Koppel is furious. Just in his, but 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 speaking of ads, Colin,
Oh,
I may have seen the most horrendously distressing commercial of all time. And I need your thoughts on this.
I'm
Right.
ready.
As
Yes.
if this podcast episode currently wasn't Midwest enough that we were talking about the weather and weather stations. Colin, I need to talk to you about sour cream for a minute. Right. The
Okay.
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 I
Okay.
know
Sour cream corner. Let's bring it out.
this is a condiment that confuses me, right? Because it is marketed as being for literally everything.
Yeah.
And yet I want it on nothing. Right? Like I don't know what is happening here, right? Like there's certain places where it belongs, okay? Like certain like Eastern European dishes is where it goes, and like other things. But I was watching the commercial, right? And there was there's this commercial is trying. This is for Daisy sour cream, right? This kills our Daisy sponsorship right here. I'm sorry,
Wow.
but
Let me see if I can go resend the email. Okay.
yeah, I know.
Thanks.
But the, their commercial is just like a bunch of people at some sort of like potlucky dinner attempting to use cottage or sour cream in like every single dish.
Sure.
Right. And like the first one was a woman who was mixing sour cream and ketchup to dip her potato wedges in.
Um.
Yes. I I had
mm,
to I was like what. I like literally paused it. It was like that can't be what I just saw. Right? I can't have just seen that.
no.
Right?
No, that's not
Like
okay.
what is going on? Like I don't that can't be real. It can't be true. And then they were like, "Oh, blah blah blah, do the thing." And the closing shot is a different woman who appears to be dipping her strawberries in sour cream.
No.
Yes.
No. No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. And
No.
I can't figure out why they would do that. Right? Like I don't really know where like sour cream goes, but like even on their website, they feature this sour cream ketchup phenomenon. Right? Try dipping the wedges into a mixture of Daisy sour cream and ketchup. That's literally their hot tip here. Right?
No.
It's what
No. No, veto.
right?
No, I think we can speak for all of humanity and say that that's not
Yes,
happening.
this is what I'm saying. They've gone too far, right? This feels like right, Con. I can send you. You can discover the full recipe here,
I don't
right?
need
But
that
like,
in my life. I have enough stress.
but but like again, I'm not just the biggest like sour cream person, but there's some places where it belongs or where it is tolerable. Okay, and there are some places that they are trying to force this upon you in a method that cannot be legal, right? Here, Colin, on their website, their very own website, this is a recipe for cheesy fettuccine Alfredo
Mm,
featuring
mm,
sour cream. Every
mm,
Italian in the world just cried.
mm.
Okay. I need you to know what crimes are happening here, Italy. Okay. I need you to
Shh.
know.
This is what we are struggling with over
This is
here.
what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Okay. What is this? What is this? This is, oh no. Oh no, Italy. I have bad news for you. Right. This one is a cannoli dip,
Even better.
which appears to actually be featuring cottage cheese instead. I don't know how I got off this thing, but that's not better. Okay, that's not better.
No.
That's worse. It's not great, right? So I don't know. I don't. There's just it just appears in a lot of places where I don't think it should be, right? It's not like it could like put a little in like a tomato soup. Okay, whatever, that's fine. I believe it's important for borscht. All right, but like I don't know. So it is. There's no reason there should be a pie in this list,
Right.
right? There should not be a
Well,
peaches and cream pie where
uh,
one of the ingredients is 3/4 of a cup
ugh,
of
ugh,
Daisy sour cream.
it's
All
too
right,
many cups.
that's
Uh,
not
too many cups.
that's
This is
not the thing that should exist.
this is. I just want us all to recognize that we are living in a timeline where, not but from the '60s and '70s, the heyday or whatever, where we had, or I guess it was older than that. We had Jello salads.
This feels like that,
This
right? That's what
feels
this
as
feels
you're
like.
yes, as you're talking, I'm like, yeah, this is the salad that was the Jello with the pineapple and the cottage cheese, right? Like
Yes.
are we all in this right now? We're all seeing that this is just Daisy just throwing stuff at the wall, trying to convince us to make this work. Like that's all they're
Yes.
doing, right?
That's what's happening here.
Yes.
Right? I don't sour cream does not belong in cookies. All right. This is a cookie with some sort of sour cream frosting.
Oh
Right?
no,
What
no,
is happening here?
no.
What is going on?
I, I will use sour cream. Sure. I will Midwestern up my tacos a little bit. That's fine. Like, okay, like I'll put them on some tacos. That's about the only
Baked
place.
potato.
A
Baked
baked
potato is
potato. Ooh,
allowed.
baked potato.
Right?
Sure. Some sour cream there.
Yeah.
Um,
How about lemon pound cake?
see, that's kind of crosses a Rubicon there.
Colin, what about Black Forest waffles?
See, also two. That's a boundary water I can't afford. Yeah, no, thank you. See, it's that stuff. It's that stuff.
Just build the bridge back and take it down again.
Yeah, I'm
right?
just burning
nope, we're not going
Nope,
there.
nope. You know what? I'm fine burning the boats. I don't need to go over there anyway.
Yeah, it's a good.
I didn't want that in my life. No, thank you.
I just needed you to go down this rabbit hole with me for a minute and just now I just have like mad beef with like this because I can't deal with a lot of knowing that these things exist, right? And I don't know, right?
Well,
The word French onion potatoes au gratin don't need sour cream in it. Okay, I don't think the French would like that. I'm pretty sure they're not okay.
Oh
with
gosh.
that.
Yeah. Also, no.
You know.
It hurts so much.
It does. Oh, so this commercial me down this like spiraling well of terror, right? Where I just was more and more appalled and thinking about Jello molds all at the same time.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like,
right.
Oh gosh.
It's like the Jello mold that's made with like the SpaghettiOs, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
it's
that
like
way.
that. Tell all these abominations are created by companies to try to sell you their product in new ways that they think you want, but you don't actually. Right? You just want to put sour cream on like a mashed potato or like a baked potato, right? That's all you want, really. Okay, maybe some like Midwest like enchiladas. Okay, that's kind of all. Really nowhere else. Definitely
Exactly.
not a lemon pancake. Okay, definitely not there.
No.
Ah. Oh my gosh! I just
Yeah, this is where you just like you want to just shut the door on and be like, I want to not know that that world exists over there because my life was happier before I saw this, and I can't take this out of my mind right now. I can't take that there are people out there who
yeah,
are waking up going, you know what my secret ingredient for my waffle recipe is?
yeah,
Sour cream.
sour
You know,
cream, which is
like, I
not.
don't
That's
just
not. That should never be a sentence,
no,
right? It's
no.
that's not okay. Don't. No, no, no. Just no. Ah. So like, that's what I really need to share with you this week, Colin.
Mm.
School's going fine, doing whatever. I was appalled by this television commercial that I saw, and I just couldn't let it go. And I just, uh,
Oh. Nope, I don't want any of that.
uh,
Mm. Mm. Well, did you overhear anything in sixth grade this week
oh
though?
boy, did I ever!
Oh
Right?
boy.
Oh boy, did I ever! Right?
Okay.
So, okay, man. All right. I may not have one next week because we have spring break next week, so we're
Oh,
only going
that's
to be
fine.
in school for like a little bit. So we have a break here. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see how it goes. You never know what's going to happen, but like so, just forewarned, we may not have one next week
that's
because we
fine.
had to. The segment may take a bit of a spring break, but this was a combination conversation between two girls. Okay,
Okay.
you ready? Girl A, get your arm out of my pocket. Dude, that's my pocket. Yes. That
Okay.
that's so, so what was actually
Oh.
happening here is that like girl A was wearing the hoodie of girl B, right? And
Oh.
girl B wanted it back because she was cold,
Sure.
right? And girl A sort of like got her hair stuck in the hoodie, right? Like as this swap was occurring. But they were
Oh,
doing this, and that's what they said. They were like, "Get your arm out of my pocket." No, dude, that's my pocket.
that's my pocket. Oh, because
What
it was
is
because it was
happening? I
her.
think it was the
Oh,
hoodie pocket that we're talking about here, right? There
yes.
was just all kinds of weird things happening, and I was very confused. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, there you go.
that's amazing. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that's. Oh my goodness, it was ridiculous. So yes, there they go. That was the weirdness that I had yesterday. So there you go.
Hmm, okay. Well, yeah. Well,
Speaking of weirdness,
Oh, oh
uh,
my. Okay, so we
yeah.
continue something
Oh my
uh
gosh,
with Mr. Pip here.
yeah,
Um
it's called Deus Ex Machina. That is what is happening here. Because, dude, what?
dude, no, like literally dude
I
what?
this these are the most contrived like plot things of all time,
It's fantastic.
right? It's there is no reason for any of this to actually occur. right? Like, just think about like character motivations,
Yeah,
right? They attempt to explain one of them, but like that's real weak. I don't I don't know. And then the second, holy cow, what in the world? Just like, oh yeah, okay, here goes. Like, where did this absolutely doesn't make any sense. Right? Like, it's just my opinion, right? Maybe I don't get it, man. I don't know, but like,
yeah.
what in the plot?
You've never been there, man.
Nobody's ever been here because nothing like this has ever happened ever because it doesn't make any sense, right?
You don't
So
know that.
I feel like Dickens gets a lot of praise for theme and constructing a wicked sentence, right? And I would say that's fair,
Fair.
right? But as far as plot goes,
Plot devices.
I'm gonna have to say, all right, homie, listen up. Like, it's good to know, right? Again, this is the oldest book we've read here, right? It's like 1850 or whatever. Like, it's good to see that these tropes that people call out in modern day novels have existed forever, right? Like, again, the phrase Deus Ex Machina is Greek, so like that tells you something that we're just like going for here. But
Yeah.
Lord, all right, let's start. So Pip, before here, he gets this mysterious letter that's like, "Yo, you should meet me at this random house thing out on the marshes. You know where, unsigned, right?" And Pip's like, "Yeah, I'm totally going to that." What?
Well,
Dude, what is the matter with you? What? What on earth were you like? Yeah, that's a great plan. Let's go. Totally. Like, I don't.
you know.
Oh my gosh, I don't.
Well. So wait.
Hold on. We stopped that. We read 52, 53, 54, right?
Yes.
Okay. So anyway, yeah. He comes back.
Sorry.
He gets the
Yeah.
52 is basically nothing, right?
Sorry.
He
Well,
goes.
he gets the check. He goes and he's like, "Don't tell anybody about this." Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And what is that? That's pretty much it. You're right. There's nothing.
Yeah. And he goes like, this is where he gets the note, right? If you are not afraid to come to the old marshes tonight or tomorrow night at 9, and to come to the little sluice house by the lime kiln, you had better come. If you want information regarding your Uncle Provis, you had much better come and tell no one and lose no time. You must come alone. Bring this with you.
Yes.
And so he's like, okay, I'm going.
Why is he doing
Why?
this?
Right? Like, why?
Well, and he's claiming that he's like all in a tizzy because he was doing all these preparations to move Provis, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, they're doing all of this stuff. He gets this, and for some reason, he's just like, yeah, I gotta go and do this thing.
Even though it's gonna like totally interfere with his plan of like fleeing, right?
Yeah.
They're like in flee mode.
He kind of like, it's almost like he gets this because he's complaining about how everything's so fast and he doesn't have time for anything. He gets this letter that's like, hey, come out to the marshes. I can imagine a scene now where he checks his watch and goes, yeah, I got time. Yeah, I'll be good. I'm fine. Well, surely this will be fun.
Yeah. It's fine. And like, yeah, it's ridiculous. And it doesn't make any sense. And he's like, yeah, I gotta go. And so he just goes. Right? We do get this weird interlude where he's like talking to somebody at the inn, right?
Well, and so yeah, this one we're about Pumblechook because he doesn't go to the Blue Boar because he doesn't want to be known.
Yeah.
He goes to a lesser of quality, and the guy that he's talking to is like talking to him about how Pumblechook, I guess, is telling everybody about how he made the young man and his fortune, right?
Yes.
Oh,
and he's like,
but also, there's a wonderful line in here about how Pumblechook is also kind of complaining that Pip doesn't come and see him or anything, because Pip has this moment of, he says, where he thought, "Yet Joe, dear Joe, you never tell of it, long suffering and loving Joe, you never complain, nor you sweet tempered Biddy." And then he goes on to say, "I had never been struck at so keenly for my thanklessness to Joe as through the brazen impostor of Pumblechook." Because here he has Pumblechook, who is outwardly saying that Pip should be thanking him and for all this stuff, and puffing himself up. Meanwhile, Joe and Biddy and everything that they did for him, they're not asking for praise or recognition at all.
Yeah, he says, "The falser he, the truer Joe, the meaner he, the nobler Joe." Right? Like,
yes, yep.
We get that, and then and the only other inkling that we have, right? We get one throwaway line here. It's like, "I felt in my pocket for the note, but I didn't have it. I must have dropped it. Oh well, anyway."
Yep.
That's it. That's the only thing that we get to tie us into what's going to happen later, right? Like the only, what is
Yep. And then this chapter ends with the "towards the marshes I now went straight, having no time to spare."
Yes.
You could have just not gone.
You could have not gone. I don't think this was key, because you're leaving tomorrow anyway. So what is happening? But yeah. So anyway, we go. It's dark. It's night. Blah blah blah. There's weird. We have a long thing about this, about how he's walking out for forever. He's walking for a half an hour.
Also,
way out in the middle of nowhere.
Also, can I point out something? What does he pass along the way out here?
Oh, I don't remember.
Cows.
Oh yeah.
Does anyone remember the last time he encountered cows and how he talked about them?
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that.
I did too, until it just went passing by, and then, because the last time he encountered cows was whenever he was sneaking out to go to the, well, we now know, Provis, right?
Yeah.
And how he felt like all of the countryside and cows were watching him and on high alert. And now we have the childishness of that is completely gone, right? And now he's just out doing his thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that. Look at there. Wow. Anyway, he gets to the place. It's all creepy. There's barely any light on there. And he's like, "I'll go in." Great. And he's calling around, "Hello, hello," right? Blah blah blah. It starts to rain, right? And he picks up, he leaves, but then he turns around because
he was going to check the candle.
Yeah,
right?
He was like, "Well, there's nothing here," so he was considering that he may go out, right? And so he turns around and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to check and see where the candle's at, to see if they've left recently, and we'll see how long the wick is," right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, ha! I have you now.
Surprise!
The trap has been sprung. Bam.
Mm.
Right? And he has been detained.
He has.
By
we don't know right now. Somebody, he's got him.
A mystery person for 2 more paragraphs.
His arm is hurting because it's pinned down. His burned arm, right?
Well, and then there's this is mildly bizarre. You could tell that this is like the way this is written. This gave me vibes of the person doing this is relatively inept, because it's all dark now because he huzza'd him and knocked the candle over, and then he can't get anything else lit. He can't.
The flint and steel. He can't strike it.
Groping around trying to light it again. And he's so all he's hearing is breathing and he can see a shower of sparks and nothing else. And
it really is fantastic.
And so it's dude, it's lame. And then it was revealed, right? Presently I saw the blue lips again, breathing on the tinder, and then a flare of light flashed up and showed me Orlick. Yes, of course. Right? you know,
Who else
who
but our
else could it be?
good old
Literally anyone. But like,
literally, and Orlick is not he's not sober, is what I'll say.
that's true. Right. That's
Because-
the only really redeeming plot point of this is he is like completely sloshed, right?
yeah.
But he's like, my enemy is here, and he's like, I will now kill you. You're like, what?
Yeah.
what is
Okay.
what is this escalation, brother?
Well,
Like, I know.
well, and basically Orlick's argument throughout this is you took basically you Biddy won't doesn't like me because of you, and I can't get a job around here because of you. Because remember Orlick was a gatekeeper at Haversham, and and Pip wrote and was like, "No, you don't want that guy. He's no good." So he got fired from his job. He also can't get the girl that he wants, and so Orlick is just out to get Pip because Pip has just ruined his life. Apparently,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, yeah, you, Biddy doesn't like me, not because I'm like 30
creepy.
years older than she is and a creepy old man. No, it's not that. It's that you told her to not like me.
Also, I did kill your sister.
Yeah, also,
Also,
I did kill your sister. So, yes, that is the other revelation that we get here, right? Is that I did, in fact, I'm going to kill you like I killed your sister. So, like, all of these things that I'm mad at you about, you're 100% justified in being that way.
yeah, you have
Right.
every
This-
right.
Right? He confesses. He's like, I murdered your sister. And I probably would have done bad things at Haversham's house. And I would be horrible to Biddy. But it's your fault
that
I'm
I
like
didn't have
this.
the opportunity to be a horrible person. How dare you?
Like, wait a minute. Like, so you're telling me that all of the things that he quote unquote stopped you from doing, he was 100% justified in doing that.
Yeah.
But you're going to kill him. Again, the only really redeeming plot device we have here is that he is sloshed, right? Like, otherwise, like, even then, this barely makes any sense at all, right? Like, I'm gonna lure you out here to this shed, like, 15 years after.
Yes. Oh, and he's like, apparently, like he was the one that he stumbled over in the dark that one night. He's the one. Oh, yeah, because randomly, because everybody's connected in this book, Campiason is like his like best buddy. Or
they know each other now.
They know each other. Like he followed him. He somehow got mixed up in that group of people, and because he's like, I'm just as much as a match for you as there's another as a match for Provis. Basically, you know, like we're the yin and yang here. We're the Batman and Joker together in all this. Like what? Of course, sure, that makes total sense that you would just fall in the same alignment with the arch enemy of Provis. Sure,
of every other character in the book and Haversham, right? And like all this, right? You know, you're the guy who's responsible for Pip's life being bad, basically because like he had messed up Miss Haversham and made her all weird, and then she took all that out on Estella, and then Pip loved Estella, but she'll never love anybody because Haversham really messed her all up. Of course, Orlick had to fall in with that guy, like because why would he not? Just reason a guy who is also just in like super duper hiding and nobody knows if he's even alive. Of course, Orlick knows him, right? Why would he not know? Like, what the heck?
Yes. And throughout this, it's really interesting because Orlick is having his normal, like Orlick is doing his bad guy solo here. Like he's going off
soliloquy
of
explaining the plot, explaining the plan to Pip before he kills him. Right. Yep. This is also the trope that I thought was really hilarious.
This is like, great. And
Pip is like he's tied to a ladder. Awkwardly.
Yes, I think so.
And and he's just like explaining every single detail of the entire reason he's doing this before he like kills him.
Yeah.
Shoots him? Question mark? I don't.
And
Yeah.
well, because he doesn't. But Pip is not really listening. Like he's kind of angry, but he goes through the stuff where he's not going to give him the satisfaction of screaming and stuff later. But he's like he said, my mind was inconceivably rapidity following out of the consequences of such a death. And then he starts like he's really like not all that present. Like he's thinking about Biddy and Joe and
He
like
doesn't even care what Orlick is saying, right? He's like,
yeah. And
oh, you don't even matter. Like, what are you mad about?
yeah, he says Joe and Biddy would never know how sorry I had been that night. None would ever know what I had suffered, how true I had meant to be, what an agony I had passed through. The death close before me was terrible, but far more terrible than death was the dread of being misremembered after death. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Like that
I think this is
because
partially because of the thing with Pumblechook earlier, or about Pumblechook earlier.
yeah.
Like, he's still thinking about that. Right. And he's like, well, yeah, Dog's going to suck, but it also sucks that this guy's going to kill him because he's a loser.
Yeah. Yeah. And so this is his like deep reflection, internal stuff of like these people. Like I'm not the person. I'm internally. I'm not the kind of person that everybody thinks I am based off of my external actions. Which it's like, hey, buddy, like those two are related. We need to be very honest about that. Like, sure, but that's what he's focused on, of being misremembered by people. Of because hey, how are Joe and Biddy going to remember him? They never came back.
Yeah.
He wasn't. He never wrote. All this stuff. So yeah, it's. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, and then, my gosh, I can't. Okay, so yes, he's dealing with this. He's accepting this, right? He's yelling about like, I know I know that Provis is Magwitch. Yes, I know his name, right? And like, I don't know what he says, alive in the same land with them, and that's had such sure information on him when he was alive in another land, and that he couldn't and shouldn't leave it unbeknownst and put them in danger. Perhaps it's them that writes 50 hands, and that's not like sneaking you as writes but one.
What?
Like what are you talking about?
He says this like 2 or 3 more times. What is
Yeah.
this? Is he talking about like letters of
I don't
people?
know.
Because
I think he also was talking about like fate, right? Because he's like, where Compuson, Magwitch, and the gallows, right? He's like, they're all connected, right? He's like, where one is, the other will be, and they're gonna both go to the gallows, right?
yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, and he keeps
right.
flashing to Pip, like he goes this long thing, and then it flashes to Pip, and Pip is picturing Millbank Pond and Chinks Basin and the old green copper rope walk, all so clear and plain. Provis in his rooms, the signal whose use was over, pretty Clara, and life running out to sea, and then it jumps to Orlick, you with an uncle too? Why? And like it just this kind of cut scenes of where Pip is thinking and reminiscing and going through this and these important parts and aspects of his life.
It's so weird, right? It's just so back and forth and jumbled and ridiculous. And then it gets more ridiculous because, right, Pip decides he's gonna like try to fight back a little bit, right? He like shouts and he struggled against the thing, but it really hurts his arm. And then like he kind of falls, and then the door flies open, right?
Yeah.
And there's figures that rush in, and Orlick like stumbles out and then like runs away. What? And he like gets up and he recovers. He gets knocked out because he falls, right? And then he sees the faces that have saved him, and it's stinking Herbert. And Startop. Where what?
Trabs boy.
Trabs boy.
What
In the world?
And I love how just okay, Herbert. I can
Holy
understand.
cow.
I was hoping Joe would be here. I was hoping Joe would show up, but he didn't. That's fine. We got Herbie and Startop.
Startop, who we haven't heard of in like a billion years, right?
Because I.
This is the last time we saw him at the club or when dining with Mr. Jaggers. Is that the last time? Like 80,000 chapters ago, it feels like.
Was that, or was it at the? Was it the? When he was in town last and he was being bothered by Startop, who was kind of taunting him off, like coming close and mimicking him as he was walking around. Wasn't that what it?
No, that wasn't that.
That wasn't that guy? Oh, okay.
No. That was Trab's boy, wasn't it?
Yes,
know.
that's who this is. The face of Trab's
Startop,
boy.
Yeah, but Startop is also there, right? Who's a different person. Or no, he's not here.
No.
Yeah, he is. And our old comrade Startop. He's the guy that ate dinner with Jaggers and yes. Bentley.
Sorry.
He's just like the other guy.
The other guy. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. So we got Startop that in Trab's boy, who's the local kid.
Yeah, local guy.
Yeah.
Because Trab's the guy that was like the store or something.
Yes. Sorry.
Then,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then we have also this Startop guy, which again, what the heck kind of name is this? Like, surely this can't be his actual name. Like, what is going on? Like, I can't believe that we have characters named Bentley Drummel and then another character just named Startop. Like,
Startop.
What is that?
Oh.
Anyway, yes, the three, right? Boom, they come, right? And we're gonna. There we go. And he kind of does freak out because he's like, what day? Like, he doesn't know how long he's been knocked out. He's like, what day is it? Oh my God. And they're like, bro, it's like 5 minutes later. Stop. Like,
yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
It's awesome.
And they, so what's happened is that they, like, the letter that he had lost was just laying on the floor of the house.
Yep, he had dropped it.
And Herbert found that. And then he read the note that he left for Herbert, finding them to be incongruous. Herbert's like, well, guess you better go follow him. And like,
I love that. It's like
he's like, well, yeah. And he's like, oh, I just rounded up Startop too because, you know, he was walking. He was like coming home with him anyway, and he's like, "Hey, you're coming with me."
Yep, I love that
because they were enlisting him in the whole provost thing anyway. So he was like talking to him anyway. He was like just there. And he's like, "Hey, you got to come on." And then they found Trab's boy at the Boar when they were walking around looking for him
because they lost him at the Havershams.
Yeah, and then. They just
he said they were in the boar among the loungers under the boar's archway happened to be Trab's boy, true to his ancient habit of happening to be everywhere where he had no business.
That was pretty funny.
But luckily it was good because Trab's boy had happened to see him passing and knew which direction he had went.
Yes, like, oh my goodness. And then they're like, Herbert's like, hey, we should go find the magistrate. And they're like, no, we can't because, you know, they might detain us and then it might be a
while.
So, yeah. So they're just like, anyway, time to go.
Gotta go.
So this is Monday. Tuesday is spent like healing up, right? He's just like resting his arm because his arm hurts now because it was like tied to the ladder, right?
Yeah.
So like he was doing okay until he was lashed to a ladder, and then this made him not okay, which, you know, fair enough, I guess. And then they get up Wednesday, and they go right, like. They just get up and get to the boat, right? Herbert is all like, "Yay, let's go, woohoo!"
Well, and Pip is like up and about, and he's like very antsy. He's not sleeping well. He's
Yeah.
like he keeps waking up thinking it's like a lot of time has passed, uh, and going and looking at the clock and checking the river, and like he's just obviously he's been through a lot, and he's worried about getting out.
Yes, that's true. But, you know, boom. So, again, this next chapter also full of several things that just don't make any sense at all. Right?
Oh,
Like,
and this okay. Sorry, I'll let you go.
no, go ahead. You're good.
I love how at the beginning of this book, when Pip gets his expectations, he frets about what he packs, right? And we are into his what was it called? His
his
bag, whatever it
Yeah.
was.
What did he call? He used that word like 700 times.
Yes. And now he just says, we had our peacoats with us, and I took a bag. Of all my worldly possessions, I took no more than the few necessaries that filled the bag. And I love how he started this grand adventure putting
with only a few things in a bag.
But they were all his worldly possessions.
That's true.
He put them in a little bag. And now he's like, out of everything that I have, I'm only taking these few and putting them in my bag. And so it's this like beautiful little mirror here of under different circumstances. Obviously this was like, but him paring down on what really is important and necessary and do I need versus, you know, what I had hoped for previously, and like the paring down of that.
Yes. What is that thing called? I'm flipping back through here. I can't find this. Thinking.
I don't remember what it was called. It was so, but I need to find this. Surely I wrote this down in some notes. No, it's Doldrums and Pip and oh man, that was a long time ago. Man, we have been reading this book for a long time.
We really have, right? This is like chapters, like before chapter 20, right? Like at least. Yeah, because chapter 19 was the end of his expectations, right? This is going to be very
oh my goodness
anticlimactic when we get to this word. But
oh, I don't know anymore. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't. Okay, I didn't write down these words. I thought I did.
Oh,
sorry, we're looking.
That's all right. All right. This is again very awkward as we just
scroll
through and have to vamp while reading simultaneously.
While reading.
Yes.
I'm finding lots of. Man, our show notes are
random. All right. Okay. Well, hey, it's Mr. Trav again. Look at that. There's
one. Oh. I don't remember.
I don't either. This could drive me nuts.
I know, because he used it so many times.
In like 2 chapters, and then we never heard from it again.
No.
He was packing up.
No, until now that I'm trying to make portmanteau? Is it?
Yes, it's the portmanteau.
Portmanteau. There we go.
There you go.
So now we have Pip, who is basically like with almost as much eagerment and excitement packing, but yet he is has way more worldly possessions, obviously that he is in debt up to his eyeballs to have had, but now is easily paring all that down. Like Pip from 25 to 50 chapters ago would have like hemmed and hawed And like there would have been an entire chapter of him just figuring out what to put in his bag about what he's going to do.
Yeah, true.
And now at least he's just like, no, done. I'm never going to return. And I'm just going to go now.
Yes. And so they sneak down and they just get into the boat and they start rowing, right? And then we have a long time. We've got lots of discussion of bridges here, right?
Oh
Going
my
very
gosh.
far. And then they
Oh, and
get to the
their scheme is like they've memorized the colors of the boats that are going to different places out of the river, right? And so
yeah,
their goal is to get like row far ahead and then jump the appropriately colored riverboat and escape that way. Did I?
yeah. This seems kind of odd, right? They're gonna like catch the boat. I thought, right, it was gonna be like we're gonna go down, we're gonna row down to the dockyard, right? And then like mix in with the crowd and then get on the boat at the dock, right? That's kind of what I thought was gonna happen. But apparently it is like we're just gonna row right up to the boat and just like hop on. Like what? Excuse me? That's
Yeah.
is that allowed? Is that like a thing that you can do?
They did have a contingency plan because then they were like, well, we knew that there were two boats so that if we weren't taken in one, we'd have another chance. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, can you just like flag down a boat and be like, yo, can I get on? Like,
I guess
what?
apparently the answer is yes.
Apparently the answer is yes in AG50. Like, you just like hop on any boat randomly. So like I thought the whole time like they were gonna row down to like the shipyard.
Yeah.
Where the boats were, like the docking place, right? Like to the departure docks. And then they were gonna like not go by a road so that wouldn't be seen as easily, right? And then like get off at the docks and then like I thought they were looking for the boats to like see if the ones they wanted were there and then like to get on them, right? I did not. I must have missed something somewhere. Like I did not know the plan was like get on the boat while it was moving.
Yeah.
Right.
All
after it was already underway.
All that's new to me, especially as this chapter unfolds and I realize what they were actually planning on doing. But yes, they are rowing. Provis is sitting there with looking like a seaman or a boat worker guy, right? Oh yes, he said he had a black cloak with him and a black canvas bag, and he looked like a river pilot as my heart could have wished. And basically, again, it's interesting how these things come in. Of like Pip is very in tune, or like he's very like, what do people look like? He's still very much like outwardly. Do they fit? Do they look comfortable in how they are? Do they appear to like competency? Like he judges all that from people's appearances. And he's like, yeah, he looks fitting. Like he's wearing that well, basically.
Yeah, he like looks, we fit in, right? Like it looks the part, right? And then he gets like, he starts talking to, because Herbie and Startop are rowing and Pip can't row, so he's got the rudder, right? And so Provis is just like sitting in there. And he's kind of like, just accepting. Basically, Pip's like, aren't you worried? He's like, at this point, whatever happens is going to happen, and I can't really worry about it. Right?
He's got this.
He's like,
go ahead. No,
I was just saying, like, he's kind of like sitting there, and he's like, you know what? I just gonna go because he's like, aren't you happy we're free? He's like, well, we're not yet, but whatever.
Yeah, and it's also interesting because he's like accepting his fate, and he's got this great phrase where it says, I suppose I think so, dear boy. We'd be puzzled to be more quiet and easygoing than we are at present, but it's a flowing so soft and pleasant through the water. Perhaps it makes me think it. I was a thinking through my smoke just then that we can no more see to the bottom of the next few hours than we can see to the bottom of this river that I catches a hold of. Nor yet we can't no more hold their tide than I can hold this, and it's run through my fingers and gone, you see. Because he's really just accepting that, hey, we don't know, and I'm I'm okay with however this turns out because we're like right in part of the stream, and whatever happens is going to happen.
Yeah. And so, yeah, so they just row forever.
Yes.
And they're on the lookout for all this stuff, right? And then they get down, they go way down there, and they stop at like a little inn thing that's on the water, right? And they're gonna like spin they can't figure out like if they want to spend the night there or just like wait there for a few hours, right? And keep going. And then they decide that they're gonna spend the night and get up early and continue their rowing, right? Um, then that's weird. And then there's some people outside like looking at the boat in the middle of the night, right?
Oh,
Which is also
you for you
weird.
forgot the little guy who's wearing the soggy boots of a drowned guy.
Yeah, that's true. I was like, there's a guy. They're in there, and they get like, there's like a weird dude at the bar who's like, they're asking him about like another boat, right? That was seen in the area, and he's like, well, they must have gone down that way, and like it's just a very weird conversation. And he is wearing the boots of a dead man, which that has to be a symbol of something not good, right? Like I feel like
Yeah.
that can't be great.
Also, it's ominous that as they strike out and they're going through this, they're getting to the part of the river where Pip is also saying like this reminds him of the marshes at home, right? And we know
Mm.
that the marshes at home see aforementioned event that happened 3 days prior, like not good places. Like
Yeah, right.
and
It's like a portend, right?
yes, of like just kind of setting the scene of like scenery plays a role here anyway. Like it was, yeah.
I don't know. Like I'm so like basically after this we get to like the very end of this chapter. I kind of forgot everything that happened in the beginning because it was like, what the heck? Right. So anyway, they are like they're all well. Pip is very on edge, like the whole time, right? And he was on edge with the conversation from the dude there, and they're on edge because they saw some people looking around at night at the window, or he did. He didn't want to wake anybody up because they had been rowing so hard all day. He didn't want to bother them because they were resting. Um, and then they get close, right? We see a steamer, right? They think that they can see the word Hamburg, right?
Oh,
Or right that's the Hamburg, Germany one, right?
yeah,
They're
but
like, hey, I think it's that one.
and they're on edge too though because the previous night at the little house hotel lodging thing, the guy with
Yeah,
the boots had mentioned, he was like, "Hey, did you see the four
it's like a
oarsmen
schooner.
schooner or whatever
Yeah,
go up?" And they're like, "What? No, we didn't see it. Whoa, ha ha!" And then they're like on edge right now of just like they are so
yeah,
close to their ultimate goal.
yeah. That and they think that like they couldn't tell if it was like customs boat or like they didn't know what it was. And right, like where's this part? It's just the most ridiculous. So yeah, they're there and they're like getting close to the boat, and they were gonna hop aboard it, right? And then huzzah! A four-oared schooner like flies around the corner
Yeah.
and like intercepts them. They just like row right up alongside of their little boat. And right, they they are like trying to get them to come aboard, right? They're trying to like stop them, right? And they just like yell out that where's this at? It was like um they just yell out that that's the guy, that's Abel Magwitch right there. And then everyone's just like, what?
Yeah.
Right? So these are just like policemen or whatever. They just come out and they're like, there he is, get him. What? What?
But also, yeah, and they come over. They do grab a hold of their boat, but they're still kind of like making a line towards the incoming
The steamer, right?
steamer.
And it like the steamer comes up and like smacks into them
Well,
and like swamps the boat, right?
well,
Like,
not before. What happens right before? Right,
oh,
right before
yes.
that, Provost, I guess, like stands up, and there's another like prisoner dude in the other boat, and he pulls up and like pulls off the hood of that other prisoner, and
Yeah.
it's none other
Oh, of
than,
course.
obviously, this is what they do. Compie-san or whomever,
Yes. This Compi-san dude is just there on the
Compie-san.
boat. And then Provost just diving tackles him into the water.
It was great.
He just like leaps across
Yeah.
to the other boat. He tackles this dude off the other side and just into the river.
As the steamer then swamps the boat, because he says
Yeah.
the boat disappeared from under me.
Yeah, because the steamer is just coming and they just like intercepted this boat in front of a large steamer and it just like smacks in the boat. Everybody goes flying off. They're all scrambling, trying to get on. They're trying to pull everybody out of the water. And like they get them all on the boat, and then the Magwitch or Provis comes up, right? And it is highly inferred here that Kampisan is no more. Right?
Yeah.
It's like we have no body again, so you can't ever trust anyone's dead here because like you don't have the body, so like it's just not gonna happen. But like it's inferred that he is the only one to survive this entanglement, right? But we do have a problem because the portable property was in the possession of Provis.
Yep.
Who is now in the possession of the crown.
The crown.
And so all of his portable property shall now be
the crown.
The crown's. So all this money that we were doing all this for anyway is now is gone forever. And he thinks about like Wimmick told me, right? Wimmick had inferred a while ago, like if there is portable property, you need to hold it, right? You need to be the one holding it because now if Provis is arrested while in possession of it, it is now forfeit and property of the English crown.
Yep.
Right, and it's all gone. So, good job, Pip. Way to go. Not that Pip wanted it anyway.
Nope.
He was all like, "Oh no, you want your money?
Just don't like your money."
Yeah. Even though I think he'd softened on that position somewhat recently, like he still kind of screwed up there because he was not holding it. And,
Nope.
Yeah.
And now we have a moment here where Magwitch is badly injured. And there's a sentence of, "For now, my repugnance to him had all melted away, and in the hunted, wounded, shackled creature who held my hand in his, I only saw a man who had meant to be my benefactor, and who had felt affectionately, gratefully, and generously towards me with great constancy through a series of years. I only saw in him a much better man than I had been to Joe."
Yes. Yeah. It's also implied here that he is like the reason he's so injured is because he like went under the gunnel of the steamer,
Yes. Yeah, he's got a
right?
gash across his
Yeah.
chest and his head's wounded, and yeah, he's uh not doing great.
Yes. Yeah. So bang. There we go. He's being taken away by the Rousers here, and Pip is accompanying him, right? And he does also say, "Dear boy, I am quite content to take my chance. I've seen my boy, and he can be a gentleman without me.
Uh-huh.
Except for he can't
You
because
can't.
you have all the portable property and right."
Yep.
I understand Wimmick's hint now. Oh no.
Yep. He gets it.
Oh, good grief. So here we go. Going off to jail after all this shenanigans. Why was Kambi-san on this boat? No idea. Why did the boat know that they were going to be there? No idea.
Also no
Why?
idea.
Like, none of this makes any sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, unless, like, I mean, basically, it's implied from the conversation with Orlik that Kambi-san has known about him, and Kambi-san and him are like Kambi-san feels the same way about him as Orlik feels about Pip,
Yeah.
right? So he's like, I must take you down for reasons that don't make again what the character motivation in this chapter is what bothered me the most because like there's no reason for any of this to happen,
Yeah.
right? Like it doesn't really make a lot of sense for him to be like, oh, I'm so mad at you for like whatever. Like they're really mad about something that happened like 50 years ago, right? It's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
weird, right? Like I don't know. It seems very petty and ridiculous, but he's like, well, I'm going down, so you're going down too.
Exactly. It's
That's
all
basically what it is.
that's all it
Like,
is.
how did he know he was there? I don't know.
He's gonna say he knew what he would do because he knows him.
How did he know that? There's no way anybody can figure out his plan. His plan is so convoluted and ridiculous that you can't be like, I knew it from the start. Like, what?
Obviously.
Like,
No.
what? Right?
Yeah.
Other than we know, Kampi-san was potentially following Pip for a long time, right? Because he was in the theater,
Maybe he wasn't as careful as he thought he was.
Yeah, but like, oh, he definitely wasn't because Pip had never has any idea what's happening
No.
ever. But like, this is what's implied here. But again, I'm having trouble with the character motivation of like, oh yes, I will take down him now after all this time. Also, if he knew where he was the whole time anyway, why did he want to wait until he was like on a boat somewhere? That's weird. Like, if he knew that he was staying at Clara's house, like,
Yeah.
why was he like, oh man,
Oh, to
I'll get
just
him?
steal freedom from him right there where it would have been sweetest, right? Like
Yeah, but
just,
like that is
sweet,
the
sweet.
riskiest because just a couple like weird things, and then like they would have just been gone. Like that's really not a very good way to get revenge on somebody. Is to like leave it to like the last possible millisecond before they escape. Because if they had like been an hour earlier, like they would have escaped. So like,
Oh, for sure.
Like,
Yeah.
this is kind of a dumb plan that they have concocted here. Like, I don't know if we're gonna get any clarity on that particular thing in the remaining like
Probably
couple
not.
chapters. Probably not. But like, that's
Mm-hmm.
that's weird. That's why, yeah. These last two chapters, I was just like, what in the heck? Like, I don't understand Orlick's motivation at all. Like what are you doing? And then this one, it's like, what? How did how? What in the world? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what our fastly approaching a conclusion. If that sheds
Yes.
any light on anything. I don't think it probably will, but you know, we'll see what happens.
Yes, we will. We will see. And I don't know. I don't know if they're going to explain too much. I'm sure we're going to get a nice exposition at some point.
Yeah, but will it be any good? That's
I don't
what I don't know.
know.
It'll be long.
It'll be
probably.
long, that's for sure.
But-
Good old Jiggers is going to make Pip disappear because he's going to. I don't know.
Who knows? There's literally. Again, I have literally no clue how any of this could possibly resolve. This book is not going to resolve. It's just going to stop.
Yes.
Right? Like, that's what's going to happen.
It has to. There's no way. There's only 5 chapters left, and we are this up in the air about all these things, unless we get the magic wand of like.
Which we may.
Which
we already had a couple magic wands this last chapter.
That's what's gonna happen. So
we'll see.
We'll see.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I don't. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean.
But what I do know is I do have a haiku.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of context for this one. We are, well, I'll just read it and then I'll tell.
It's better that way.
Avalanche of floors.
No.
Shifting all our best laid plans. Endless options now.
Oh no. Oh no.
So we had 2 options for our. I gave up on our carpet. It's just going to be what it is. I'm not going to like it. Fine, it's done. That's just pending.
Okay. All right.
But then we pivoted to our kitchen floor, and the problem with our kitchen floor is that my house is 106 years old. There's not a level surface in this entire house. So in order to put down any sort of harder flooring, you have to level that, and depending on how well it can be leveled and to what extent the leveling is able to take place will determine the kind of flooring that you can get. This is the difference between, and nobody cares about this corner that we have, of glue down or floating or LVT or any of that stuff. It's all determined on the floor condition or sheet, right? Do we do sheet, which is like, that's sheet vinyl? Do we do
laminate? Let's go.
Laminate, right? Like, so that's all this. And so what we have had to do is the floor has not been treated yet. We have not tried to address the floor unevenness yet. So unfortunately, I can't come out with a strongly held opinion on one kind of floor, because if they aren't able to level it out to the extent that they hope that they can, I will then have to pivot to a different kind of flooring option.
True. So you want to get your hopes up.
So
just in case Copy Song swoops in at the last moment,
comes in
tackle
exactly. In case the Copy Song of flooring comes in, like I have to be prepared for this. So I have to come in with like as many options on the table as possible, so we can quickly pivot to do whatever.
Sure. I feel like a good option is just give your son a sander and be like, hey,
go for it. Well, so what we are working through right now is
laser level in a sander.
Do we? Is it an issue? Is it an issue of unevenness that needs to be corrected from the bottom up, as in like floor jacks and joist things?
Yeah.
Or is it like, this is just settling in the old house. We can just pour a leveler on top, seal it, and be done. Like that
would be much better.
This would be mucho bettero, but I don't know. And everybody who I talk to is like, look, we're not going to know until we get in there. And I'm going, that is the last thing I want to hear, because I just heard was,
though, because like
I know they can't, and I understand, and nobody's going to know. But anytime somebody says I'm not going to know until I can get in there, all I hear is that is another $10,000 added to this project, and
it does sound like a lot of dollar signs.
Yes. So we are still in that, but in this time, we had 2 options of flooring, and we were like, this is what we're going to do, and this is what I want. And then we found that the other option, the fallback option, is not available anymore. And so we went back to the store, and the person was like,
Your
hey,
favorite place. They
my
were like,
favorite-
oh no, not you again.
not
They're the-
you again. I won't even go into tell you what my last conversation was with them because I don't have 4 hours to explain what exactly happened. It wasn't heated, but okay. Anyway, so this time I walk in, I'm like, because they called and they were like, this is not available. We've got to pick out a new one. And we're talking to them. And then they were like, hey, I know like you're really set on like this kind of flooring option or like this kind of color. But would you be like, because they're also designers and they're like, if you're trying to update this to more of like a modern sensibility of what the kind of things that are done right now, here's what you need to consider. Because like I wanted like dark floor because my cabinets are all white. I have white trim and like a light gray paint and big windows. It's a bright kitchen. But what the modern sensibility is so I wanted a dark floor. I was basically like a slate and then white and then black countertops. But everybody who I have talked to is like, that's a choice you could do. You could also not, because what they're thinking
that's
of
kind of heavy, right? Like,
it's kind of heavy. And they're like, look, if you like literally ever want to sell this, that is not the option to do, bro. Like, don't do that. So it was like, okay, well then I have to get like
yeah. But on a side note, I feel like designing your house around the potential of selling it later is really dumb. Like, because you're gonna live in it. And like, if somebody else doesn't like it, who cares? Because they're not living it.
Yeah, they'll just, if somebody does buy it, they'll just have to do a new kitchen, right? So this is the two different.
Way too much about this. This is so weird.
This is the two different philosophies of living in a house, right? There are the people who are like, hey, just do whatever you want to your house because it's your house. You're paying enough money for it anyway. Just like make it yours. And then there are those of like, but resale value. Shut
up.
So
nobody can buy a house anyway. Okay.
Options are open. So I'm like, you know what? Fine. Let's look at what we would do this other way. So here's the thing though, of if I don't get a dark floor, I get a warm floor, like a lighter flooring of like a cream or like a dusk sandy kind of thing, right? Whatever. I don't know these words. I can't have an all black countertop. So,
you could.
I mean, but no. And so I had to call a countertop guy today to come in and say, hey, in the off chance that we possibly need to do flooring in a different color, I need you to come and talk to me about countertops. And Brandon,
no.
I opened up a whole new world of just like chaos farming that I'm not okay with.
No, that's ridiculous.
Here are the literal questions. I said, I am looking at countertops for my home. And his first question was, do you have countertops currently?
I mean that's a kind of a fair question because if you are remodeling and you had like stripped your kitchen, then like the answer is no, right? Like,
and then I said, yes. And he said, is this a new or old build? And I went, very old. And he goes, okay. And then he had, do you want undermounted sink? And I went, I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't know what that means.
Fair.
because then he was like, yeah, like basically this is what I learned.
I think I do know what that means. Right. Now I think about this.
So
context clues.
Yes, right. So an insert sink is where you put the countertop down and then the sink goes down from the top.
Yeah, and you just like seal it. That's how mine is.
That's how mine is too. That's how but there are certain kind of sinks that go underneath the counter so that it's all flat and then it just falls in. And
no one cares that stuff.
And I said, well, can't I just do a countertop and then like do the sink later? And he says, Collin, no. The countertop will be custom cut and designed to your sink.
Yeah.
So whatever sink you want, you need to tell me before I cut anything. And then I went, his name is Sergey. And I went, but he goes by Serge. And I went, Serge, what do people do when they want a new sink? And he went, oh, well, they'll just get new countertops. And I went, you've got to be kidding me. He said, no, because the undersink mounted way has custom cut and drilled holes for mounting brackets for that make and model of sink.
So insert sink it is then.
Yeah, I was like, great, to an insert, because that is insane.
That is insane. It's already kind of insane that you're thinking about getting new countertops because you're replacing the flooring. That's also insane.
I know.
I know. Think, like,
but we're keeping everything on the table. We don't know. We're just like, and that's
except for the tops, maybe.
Yes, except for the tops of the table. And this is the entire thing of like, of nothing has been nailed down or like installed or even bought or whatever. There are like 45 things that are just possibilities right now, and they're all, this is the other thing. When we're talking about the flooring and blah, blah. And I'm like, we picked out a couple. And then I just thought to ask, hey, we're having our back door. We're having a new back door installed and all done up. Should we do that before or after the new floors?
Probably after, right?
And he said, definitely before. The floors, because we will fit the floor to the door. He said, what you don't want is if the door has different insert things, they may have to cut into the floor to adjust the approach or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So then I'm like, oh, dang it. Then I said, okay. So I've got that in my head. I'm like, okay, door, then floor. But now I've introduced the top possibility of countertops. So I says to Serge, do I do countertops and then floors or floors and countertops? And he said, oh, Collin, you definitely have to do countertops first and then your floors.
What? Why?
He said, look, Collin, we are as careful as we possibly can be. However,
that's very drop stuff. Right?
Moving these heavy countertops, things can happen. And so if you are thinking about new floors at all, just to protect yourself and save you fixing these or whatever, even though we are as careful as we possibly can be, I just want to let you know accidents do happen. And so anytime somebody has the possibility to do floors and countertops, I always recommend do countertops first and then floors. So if the floors get damaged or if the traffic, breaks up something or we have to scoot something around or whatever, like the floors, you're going to tear it anyway. And I'm like, oh no. No. Oh.
Yeah. Really, Collin, what you've done is you just sealed it for me, right? Like if I ever actually do own a house, which who knows if that will ever happen, but if that ever happens, I'm going to tear every single thing out of my kitchen and I'm only going to put in those industrial kitchen stainless steel work tables. That's
That's what you do.
The only kitchen that I'm going to have. I don't care. I'm just going to spend a couple $100 on tables and be like, yep, that's it. Like,
and you need to do a stained
upper cabinets? No, bro. I have those wire rack things that you just stack all your crap on. That's what I got.
And stained concrete floors. It's just,
that's it. I don't even care. I'm not putting any ass over there. Only stainless steel food prep tables. That's all I'm putting in. Just that. That's it.
Oh.
Industrial kitchen only. That's what I'm doing. Thank you. Thank you for that, Collin.
You're welcome. Learn from me. Learn from me. This is
like, I need to replace a countertop. Just wheel it out over here. There you go. Just unlock the wheels. Okay, there you go. Got it.
All good. This is what I recommend strongly. So I will.
And then if someone's like, "Oh, I want to buy your house, but I don't like the kitchen," like, bro, I'll just wheel it out. Boom. There you go. Put whatever you want in there. I don't care.
You're welcome.
See you later.
You can handle
You
it.
spend as much money on countertops as you want. I'm out. See ya. Like, taking this table with me.
Yes.
Like,
Wheel it down the road. So this is where I find myself, and I'll we'll see if any project is ever actually going to get done, or if all I'm going to do is just collect quotes from people and say no, because that's what's happening.
I really feel like that's what's happening right now, and I feel like you need to not do that. I think maybe just floor only is the plan.
I think so.
Laminate floor in a light brown. There you go.
Oh, that sounds oddly familiar. I wonder where it could possibly.
I don't know. A light brown, perhaps tile effect. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Sounds suspicious. I don't think that would work.
That's fine.
So we will see.
Oh, well, you could get it in a light gray.
Ooh,
since your countertops are black.
Yes.
Right. Light gray flooring. Black countertops, white everything else. Bang. There you go. Done.
We will see the
and then fix the door.
Door, then floor, then so we will see what happens, and we'll hopefully have a color picked by the next time we talk.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thanks. All good. Okay, well, we will leave in suspense there and go off and see what happens to Pip next time too.
Oh dear, who knows? Speaking of suspense.
Suspense, yes, indeed. Okay. Oh, love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.